How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the mansion. It's Alex here on what I'm going to hazard a guess is gonna be my last Broken Sword playthrough video for the Shadow of the Templars. I feel like we're getting close to the end. I feel it. So since I feel like we're getting so close to the end, I decided to get nice and cozy. I got myself some nice spiced cinnamon tea. I've got some incense burning in the background here. Temple scented. Gotta keep up with the aesthetic. So here we are. Broken Sword. Last time we played, gosh, we went through Syria and Spain. So I just got back from Spain. Talked to Nico. She's super duper jealous about an old lady. Not sure what her deal is. So I don't really totally know my next step. I think I'm gonna go to Montfaucon because that was like that churchy area, right? The temple. So go see what's going on over here. Cop's back. Very leisurely cop.
You're back.
Oui, I have returned.
Hello again.
Hello again, monsieur.
Alright.
Well, I wasn't expecting to see you back here again.
No? Well, it is a strange thing, but I am here on duty.
Oh.
On duty? But you're just sitting there drinking wine.
That's
no,
my job, man.
I am not just drinking wine. I am undercover.
I must be missing something. You're in uniform.
Precisely, monsieur. My cover is that of an indolent, wine-guzzling police officer.
You've got me convinced.
Merci. But in reality, my every muscle is poised, every nerve honed. I am drawn tight, ready to pounce. Bang!
Who or what were you planning to pizzang on?
You must have heard, monsieur, of the terror that is gripping Paris.
You mean the killings? Oh, at last, someone's taken action.
People die every day. No, I am on the trail of Sewer Jacques.
Okay.
Who?
Sewer Jacques, the terror of the subterranean city. He pops up here, he pops up there. The cops, they seek him everywhere. Is he so hush or beneath the neck? That damned elusive Sewer Jacques.
Bravo, that's very good.
Merci. I was up half the night writing that.
Tell me more about Sewer Jacques.
Who is this Sewer Jacques character anyway?
Ah, if we but knew that, we could have him in custody in an hour. But he is cunning. To despoil the sewers of our fair city, he has committed many deceptions. He has pretended to be a police officer and
Sewer Jacques?
deluded a poor war veteran.
Uh-oh.
He has pretended to be a jongleur
Wow, is that the time?
and an American tourist. What nationality are you, monsieur?
Canadian. Well, gotta go now. See ya. Well, it's not everyone who can say they started an urban myth.
That's pretty funny. Alright. Oh, there's a guy in here. Speak, priest.
Excuse me, Father.
Pardon?
Do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
Not at all, monsieur. It will be my pleasure to help you.
Is the right-hand window original?
Oui, monsieur.
You must be proud to have such an incredible collection of stained glass.
Pride is a sin, monsieur, but it is hard not to marvel when the light shines through them. It is a fine example of the artisan's genius.
What do you know about the Knights Templar?
You have come to the right place, if that is your interest. Many of them were executed in the square outside. It was a disgrace to France.
Well, the Pope was right behind it, though.
Clement V was a man of mammon, not of God.
That's kind of forthright for a priest, isn't it?
You think so? It is hard to be sure what happened. It is so long ago.
How long have you worked here?
Hardly work, monsieur. This is a calling. I have been helping Father Flambert for nearly 6 months now.
I guess you don't know much about the history of this church, then.
Just a little.
You've got quite a shine on that candlestick.
Ah, oui. Anything less than best would be an insult to the Almighty.
I guess so. I never thought of it like that.
Okay,
What do you make of this chalice?
It certainly looks very old.
About as old as this church, I think.
There seems to be an engraving on it.
Yeah? What does it say?
I do not know. It is very tarnished. With your permission, I could try polishing it. I promise I will be very careful.
I suppose that would be all right.
That'd be very good of you.
This shouldn't take very long. Feel free to look around.
Okay, thanks.
All right. Let's see. We kind of looked around here. Gosh, what, 2 videos ago? Couldn't do very much. But I would assume now things are a little different.
The statue had any secrets. It was concealing them pretty well.
Why would you say that unless it does have some secrets?
A statue of a knight holding a staff and a scroll.
Yeah, you could kind of look at the scroll. Oh, yeah.
Per disciplinum meum lux videbis.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. I'm like,
A
I'm
bit
just
of a
gonna rip
stained
it out.
glass window. Wow.
Okay, so you can
Hoping
look
for a
through it.
big insight while squinting through a hunk of statuary had been pretty optimistic, I guess. It was the lens that I'd found on Klausner's body.
Perhaps it's just an unfinished telescope, eh? Okay.
The lens fitted into the end of the scroll like a hand into a glove.
Nice.
Hey,
Oh, I'm looking at
a
different...
Knight Templar burning at the stake, and a date. Let me see. MCCCXIV. That's 1314. A scroll was a symbol of scholarship. I knew that much. A scholarly knight. That rang a bell. A very Spanish bell.
Ooh. Okay. Should I take the lens? No, I probably don't need the lens again, I guess.
A
Can I
row
use
of
a pew?
old pews, beautifully carved and glowing with polish.
Why do I want
I
you?
thought of all the people who must have sat here over the decades. All those Parisian derrieres, firm buttocks of the young ladies, the flabby flesh of the old men. That wasn't a pleasing image, so I went back to the young ladies. Whoa!
Relax, George.
I didn't have time to sit around.
Are you done with my chalice?
Hello again, Father.
Shiny.
Hey, thanks.
It is my pleasure, monsieur.
What was the writing on the chalice?
It was not writing, my mistake. It was a coat of arms.
Oh.
The remarkable thing is that it seems very familiar.
Yeah?
Oui, I think I have seen it on that wall tomb in the far corner. That winged horse is quite distinctive.
Did you know that the center window conceals an image of a man burning at the stake?
The Burning Man?
What, you knew?
That there was a hidden image? No. But the church has a reputation for being haunted. Many times, people have claimed to have seen a burning man in the window. But when others they look, there is nothing.
Ooh.
Perhaps the light has to be just so for the figure to appear.
Yeah, or maybe you need a special lens. Catch you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Alright, so you said something about in the far corner. Was it that far corner? Or is it over here? Can I go farther this way? Not really. Let's go look over here.
Now that my attention had been drawn to it, there was no mistake. There was no name on it, but the coat of arms was undeniably the Pegasus of the De Vasconcelos family. I'd found the last resting place of Don Carlos. My eye was drawn to the biblical references carved into the edge of the tomb. Hey, maybe these biblical references mean something. Psalms 32:7, John 4:11, Corinthians 1:4-5, and just one more. Psalms 22:21. I may not be perfect, but I've got a memory like a steel trap. The chalice had
No,
led
George,
me
you're
to these
definitely not
inscriptions,
perfect.
but it looked like a happy coincidence to me.
It's alright, we're
After
still having
all,
fun.
the De Vasconcelos arms were already on the manuscript. Nope, I was still convinced that the chalice had some significance all of its own.
Oh, alright. Guess probably done here. Do I go talk to the museum guy? Lovino? Look out, it's Sewer Jacques.
Hi, Andre.
Hello, Georgie.
Why did I tell off Nico for calling me Georgie once, but I've let Lavino get away with it countless times?
While I was in Syria, I discovered a strange pagan statue. It was like a head with 3 bearded faces. Horrible.
That sounds as if it could be Baphomet, the idol described by the Templars.
The poor Knights of Christ had an idol that looked like that?
Allegedly. The description of the idol came from the evidence extracted by the Inquisition. Mind you, not one statue or idol was ever found on Templar property. Until now, that is.
Dun,
Just
dun,
last
dun.
month, a statue of Baphomet was unearthed right here in Paris,
Where?
at the Institut Hermétique de Nerval. The statue is beneath the foundations. It was discovered by some workmen while renovating the building.
Could you imagine? Just like a construction worker, and like, oh my god.
Can you tell me any more about the statue of Baphomet?
It's a fearful image, even now. A bearded head. The base of the statue is carved with Templar symbols. One of the workmen noticed a curious stain at the base. He claimed it looked like blood.
Blood?
That's right.
Check out my old cup.
What do you make of this cup, Andre?
It's a 14th century communion vessel. Spanish, probably.
You sure know your onions.
Is that like a thing people say? Never heard that before.
What do you make of this cup,
That's all he's
Andre?
got to say about it, really?
It's a 14th century.
You sure know your onions.
Okay.
Thanks for your help, Andre.
You're welcome.
I mean, can I go to that work site to see the statue of Baphomet? Let's look at our locale. Oh, yeah, right over here. Yay! New locations. Oh. He had an accident. He fell into yellow. As always, pop in the comments if you know what the movie I am referencing is. I'd love to hear it. It's one of my
Excuse me,
favorites.
could you help me?
What is it?
I've got a few questions. What does the word Templar suggest to you?
Templar?
Nothing.
Nothing.
You're doing a fine job.
Merci. I have my professional pride.
I don't think I've ever seen a Gauloise smoked so stylishly.
It's a natural talent.
I'm being sarcastic.
I'm being indifferent.
Caddy.
You're very good at that as well.
Why am I just walking up to this guy trying to
Merci.
start a fight like I'm his
Vive
boss or
l'indifférence.
something?
So, what are you doing here?
I am having my break.
Yeah, I mean, when you finish your break.
When I finish my break, an interesting concept, monsieur.
You'll
Funny.
probably need to think about it.
I could have another cigarette while I consider.
A man of leisure.
Perhaps tomorrow too.
Okay, let me put things differently. What were you hired to do here?
I was hired to keep the archaeological dig in the basement of this building clear of debris, and to touch up damage to the door frames with my little pot of paint. It's a very responsible job. Unfortunately, I'm not a very responsible person.
I like your honesty.
So what do you know about the excavation?
I know they won't let me in to do my job. I would complain to my union, but là.
You couldn't be bothered to join.
Right. Tell you what, though. I'm surprised at the sort of people interested in this excavation.
What do you mean?
What's unusual about the visitors to the excavation?
None of them look like archaeologists to me.
Do you know what an archaeologist looks like?
Three-piece suits, crocodile-eyed attaché cases,
Bullwhip.
Rolex oyster.
But no archaeologist dresses like that.
Quite right, monsieur, quite right.
So, who are they?
Who cares as long as they pay me?
Okay. I'll shoot my hand.
I was pretty sure the Shaken Shock had shot its bolt in Syria.
Oh, it's out of juice.
Be seeing you.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Well, that's too bad.
There was a dumpster full of debris. From the excavation, I guessed.
Hey, you! Get away from my dumpster.
Oh, so that you care about.
The archway was topped by a fancy balustrade. Oh, darn. I'd left my grappling hook at home. No way could I get up there.
Getting too wild over here.
The gate was surrounded by some pretty fancy ironwork. I couldn't climb over.
Well, the door's open, so... And that guy doesn't care about his job, so... We're good. Oh, hello.
A dumpster with some debris in it.
Oh, could I trade dumpsters maybe eventually?
Yep, that was definitely debris. I couldn't see any use for a collection of dirt and half bricks.
You picked up stranger things.
The doorway was full of assorted old tea chests, cardboard boxes, and so on, all empty and all uninteresting. The doorway led to an old utility closet that had lost its door. There was nothing interesting in there.
Alright, dude.
Hi? Excuse me?
Oui?
What do you know about the Knights Templar? There was a long pause during which the guard said nothing. Then he said,
Nothing.
"Nothing at all?
Is this a test?
What, like a history pop test?"
No, like a test.
Okay, yes, it's a test.
Then I know absolutely nothing about the Templars.
Oh.
The guard was being amazingly evasive. It was going to take more than goodwill to get past him. So, what exactly are you doing here?
I'm guarding. You expect to find me shearing sheep?
Take it easy, I just didn't realize you were a guard. I'd like to know what you're guarding, please.
That's a secret.
It wouldn't happen to be an archaeological site, would it?
Are you asking me or telling me?
I'm telling you.
Then why ask?
I had a feeling this was no normal hole in the ground.
Do I show him the cup and be like, hey, I'm an archaeologist, let me in? I don't know.
I thought better of showing him the chalice. He might be on the conspiracy's payroll, and I didn't want to risk it.
Oui? You have...
A sudden urge to sing. Care to join me?
No, no singing in here.
Aww. Just one.
Talk to you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Okay.
Do you mind if I use the phone?
Be my guest. I'm paid to guard this door. The phone can look after itself.
Hi, Nico?
Georges, what have you discovered?
Nothing yet.
Nothing. Is something wrong?
No.
Georges, why are you calling me?
Oh, no reason. I just wanted to hear your voice.
You did. Well, this is my voice saying, don't bother me, I'm busy.
Oh.
Oh.
There was a telephone on the far wall. There was a closed door with toilet scratched into the cheap veneer. There was a closed door with toilet scratched into the cheap veneer.
That door's locked, monsieur.
Can I have the key?
Hi again.
What is it?
Gotta go to the bathroom.
Trying to get into a locked washroom. I had the strongest feeling of deja vu. I'd like to use the washroom, but the door's locked.
Oh, that's no problem. You can have the key.
Thanks.
Well, thanks a lot.
Talk to you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
A
Alright.
huge pile of coal lay in the corner to fuel the boiler. Real high-tech stuff. I didn't want any coal. The shovel used to feed the furnace was stuck into the pile of coal. Capacious as my pockets were, I didn't figure I could cram a shovel in them. There was a big old boiler used for heating the building.
What's with the faucets in this game?
The thing felt really hot.
Turn off
Big
all the way.
demands seemed to be being made on it. I didn't need to get near to tell the toilet needed cleaning. Being in a charming comfort station like this made me think fondly of the toilet in Syria. That place was kept in pretty good order. At least, it had been until I vandalized it. Still, it was all for a good cause. A bin stood in the corner. It didn't look like it had been emptied for a while. I wasn't that interested in what might go into a restroom's garbage to investigate. A hand dryer was mounted on the wall. If the Club Alamat had used one of these instead of a roller towel, I'd probably still be stuck in Marib.
He's just reminiscing about all the bathrooms he's been in.
A filthy wash basin hung on the wall. A filthy wash basin hung on the wall. I didn't want to use that unless I really had to.
I didn't want to wash my hands. Oh, so.
The taps were rusty. Oh boy! The taps were rusty. The cold taps washer looked to have failed. It was just dribbling down the sink. There was a ventilation grill up in the wall. There was a ventilation grill up in the wall. It was the bar of soap I'd stolen from the washroom of the excavation site. That guard had been put here to guard something. My guess was that the excavation was behind that door. I didn't think that the guard would just let me waltz past. Besides, I had a hunch that door was locked.
So I'll need a key. I have a key.
On the keyring was a big old key that looked like it might fit the excavation door. Hi again.
What is it?
I don't really want to give
Talk
him his
to you
key
later.
back.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Because I want to break in, but I don't really know how to do that. Let me just try and leave. Can I take your keys?
Hey, monsieur,
No.
don't go with my keys.
This is how I know we're getting to the end game, folks. Puzzles are getting trickier.
The taps were rusty. Oh boy! Maybe not.
Can't like hide the keys. I lost the keys. Put them in the garbage. George is like, what the hell are you trying to do? I don't know.
It was the bar of soap I'd stolen from the washroom of the excavation site. I made an impression of the big key in the cake of soap.
Okay.
I carefully sprinkled the plaster into the soap mold I'd made of the key.
This is wild. Okay. It's just one of those things. It's like, okay, I've got this stuff in my inventory still. Something tells me if I've got extra plaster, I'm going to need to use extra plaster eventually. But, whew.
Well, it had taken a while, but I had made myself a completely unconvincing plaster key. Way too fragile to use in a lock. I'd have to substitute it for the real one. Trouble was, it looked like plaster and not metal. Then again, that plaster statue in Syria hadn't looked like stone until I'd been a bit artful with it. Maybe I could improve the key as well.
Okay, well, I always like it when he kind of has like this inner monologue that like spoon feeds you. You're gonna have to do more to this.
It was my plaster copy of the excavation key. Trouble was, it looked like plaster, and it felt like plaster. It was the soggy
No?
maybe not.
Well, I don't think I have anything. So...
Hi again.
What is it?
Here's the keys. Thanks.
Go somewhere
Merci,
else to mess
monsieur.
with that key, probably? I gotta go to the bathroom again already.
Talk to you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Oh, and I didn't see that bucket of paint.
Gunmetal paint. Interesting.
Hey, monsieur! Get away from my paint pot!
Okay.
I should think so. Meddling with a man's paint pot. Puh!
Hi, it's me again.
What now?
I made this key out of plaster.
How thrilling! How clever! How pointless.
Can I paint it?
Have you seen this man before?
Yes, he asked me a lot of questions, just like you.
Have you seen this man?
Yes, he asked...
Alright.
Be seeing you.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Alright, I need to get him away from all of this stuff. You're like, hey, guard. This dude up here is not doing his job. Can you go tell him to do his job?
Hi again.
What is it?
Just the toilet, huh?
Have you seen this man before?
Oh,
You have.
non.
I don't know if that was smart of me to ask him.
Talk to you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Hello, Nico. It's me.
What do you want?
Some ideas.
Oh,
You're the man on the spot, George. I can't hold your hand all of the time. Au revoir.
I wouldn't mind if you held it at least some of the time.
Hmm. Just give me your paint, dude. I'll fight you.
Hey, monsieur! Get away from my paint pot!
Okay.
I should think so. Meddling with a man's paint pot. Puh!
Hi, it's me again.
What now?
Have you ever seen anything like this?
Yes, it's a communion chalice. I know, you know, I used to be an altar boy.
You?
Yes, me. What's so funny about that?
Nothing. Be seeing you.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Gunmetal paint. Interesting.
I don't know. Wait, I can't leave? It's like, this is where you need to be.
I couldn't climb over.
You cannot leave? The hell do I do then?
I couldn't climb over.
Hey, you! Get away from my dumpster.
Wait. Did I try just chucking the key into the paint? Just like, forget what you say, sir. I'm painting my dang key. Let me try that.
Hey, monsieur! Get away from my paint pot!
Okay.
I should think so. Meddling with a man's paint pot. Puh!
I mean, I obviously need to distract this guy. Can I be a clown?
Hi, it's me again.
What now?
I have a red nose.
Do you love it?
Imagine.
No, you don't love it. Okay. Well, I don't think I messed with that. What's that?
A thermostat was mounted over a radiator. The radiator was pumping out heat as the thermostat was cranked right over to full. No wonder it was warm in here, even with the door open to the chill of fall. I couldn't imagine what I'd achieved by turning the dial.
I don't know.
There was a telephone on the far wall.
Like, Nico, I'm trapped here. Like, I literally cannot leave this area.
Hi, Nico. It's me. I'm at the excavation
now all of a
site.
sudden I have to
Hi,
type more
George.
things?
What's happening?
I'm at the excavation, but they won't let me in.
Damn. We need to know
Called me
what's in
3
there.
times.
Don't worry.
From
I've
the
got a
excavation
scheme.
site.
I'm going to need your help, though.
Okay, what do you want me to do?
I want you to keep somebody on the phone for a while.
Who?
A painter. I need to get at his pot.
Oh, okay.
Stay on the line. I'll go and get him.
Okay, well, I'm glad he came to that conclusion, because I didn't know what the heck was going on. And I just said that, like, at full volume right by that guard. I'm at the excavation site. I'm gonna try and sneak in. Can you help me with
Hi,
the scheme,
it's me
please?
again.
What now?
Telephone for you, sir.
You've got a phone call.
For me? Are you certain?
It's a woman. She sounded hot.
What woman? She must be mistaken, monsieur.
Well, she asked for that hunk of a man with the nicotine fingers and his ass hanging out of his pants.
Certainly sounds like me. Stand back.
Certainly does.
It wouldn't do to keep the lady from her hunk.
My lord, okay. That was just simply ridiculous and a stroke of luck. So let's paint some keys. Let's put a sopping wet painted key into my pocket.
The plaster key had soaked up the paint nicely and now looked pretty convincing. Still felt like plaster, though.
Can I mess with this dumpster now? No?
A well-used wheelbarrow was sitting by the rubble-filled dumpster. A well-used wheelbarrow.
Okay, okay.
Well, monsieur, what a strange woman. She was all over me, and then suddenly, nothing but abuse.
Really?
Why, abuse? Ah well, I have a cigarette to finish. And monsieur, if she calls again, I am not available.
Well, geez, I kind of want to know what she said to him. Okay.
Hi again.
What is it?
It sure is hot in here.
I have to have the door open to allow the workmen access, so why not? I turn the heat up.
You could wrap up warm.
I have my gloves if it gets cold, but why bother when it's warm anyway?
He has gloves. Seems like a clue.
I need to use the toilet again.
Again? Already?
I have this problem. How technical do you want me to get?
Never mind. Here's the key.
Talk to you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
I'm like, why am I in here again? Oh, yeah.
Quickly and without fuss, I swapped the fake key for the real thing.
I'm glad there was no fuss involved.
It was the key to the excavation.
Okay. Like the thermostat's obviously got to be involved in
A
this.
thermostat was
somehow.
mounted over a radiator. The radiator was pumping out heat as the thermostat was cranked right over to full. No wonder it was warm in here, even with the door open to the chill of fall. I turned the heating off.
Oh, it happened that quickly. He's already shivering. My God. Well, okay, so he's put gloves on.
Now, I'd substituted the fake key for the excavation
So now
key.
he probably can't
It looked
feel
okay,
that it feels
but felt
fake.
false.
Okay.
What is it?
I held my breath and hoped that he wouldn't notice the substitution. Here's the keys. Thanks.
Merci, monsieur.
But how do I get him to leave?
Hi again.
What is it?
It sure is hot in here.
I have to have the door open to allow the workmen access, so why not? I turn the heat up.
You could wrap up warm.
I have my gloves if it gets cold, but why bother when it's warm anyway?
Talk to you later.
Alright, so you won't
Au
leave.
revoir, monsieur.
But I can't leave this area. So, all of the solutions to my problems must be right under my nose. Maybe I can get this guy to, like, distract him.
Hi, it's me again.
What now?
I cannot. Okay.
Be seeing you.
Au revoir, monsieur.
I mean, it couldn't possibly be. Like calling Nico again? Can I get her to distract another guy? And then verbally abuse him?
Hi, Nico. It's me again.
I'd guessed. What do you want this time?
What did you say to the painter?
I shan't repeat it, George.
Look, I need to get the guard out of the way.
Oh.
Could you call back and ask him to get the painter again?
Okay, I'll call back soon.
Sweet. This guy didn't hear a word of that, somehow. Why am I going up here?
This looked like a good place to watch things develop.
Hey, you! It's the phone.
Yeah? Who is it?
How should I know? What am I, your social secretary?
It's not a chick, is it?
Yes, it's a woman. Are you going to answer it?
Does she have a warm, sensual voice like molten chocolate?
Yes, she has a really sexy voice. Now get a move on.
I'm not talking to her.
I can see that. You're wasting time talking to me.
No, you don't understand. I refuse to talk to her.
You refuse. You refuse. I'm wasting valuable time.
Don't make me laugh. Your time valuable? Just
That's what you're
stand
doing.
around all day.
I have a highly responsible job. Pah, don't pah me, you elephantine oaf. My job is important.
Impossible. They would have hired somebody competent in that case.
Meaning what?
Instead of which they hired a dismal rent-a-cop like you. All epaulettes and no brains.
Why, you...
This looked set to carry on for some time. It was too good an opportunity to miss.
All right. Okay.
Some planks used to make the catwalk were leaning against the wall. I couldn't see anything useful to do with the planks. Now there's a familiar face. There was no doubt about it. It was the same sort of idol I'd seen in Syria, Baphomet. The Templars had certainly been through here. In the middle of the floor was a weird mosaic, all swirling and distorted. Close up, the pattern didn't make any sort of sense. It fanned out around an axis point, a kind of focus to one side. Oh, great. More dead people. Although the gendarmes weren't likely to pull in any suspects unless they had a time machine. This guy must have been here for centuries. No, thanks. I think I'm carrying enough junk.
Alright. Let's look at the inventory here.
there it was,
Oh.
decoded by the curves of the chalice. The image of a church.
That's true.
I found out what the chalice was for.
You've solved the puzzle?
Yeah, there was a distorted picture at the Baphomet site. When I viewed it in the polished surface of the chalice, it changed.
What did it show?
A picture of a church with a square tower. Look at the chalice now, Nico.
What happened? It's shiny.
The priest at Montfaucon buffed it up for me.
That's incredible.
Yeah, looks as good as new.
No. You found a use for a priest. That's incredible.
Oh my god.
Let's take another look at the manuscript.
Phenomenal. Alright,
That's the face of the statue I saw at the bull's head. That's the lens I found on Klausner's body in the bull's head.
so, yeah, okay. So, I don't know, do I just leave?
I guess I'd
Sometimes
better
when I
return
leave,
the
they're
chalice to the Countess.
Hurry back, George.
So I gotta go back to Spain. Let's go. Off we go.
I'd been planning to return the chalice anyway, but I hadn't expected the trail to bring me here. The Villa de Vasconcelos was as picturesque as ever. The weather was still clear, and Lopez was still watering the damn lawn. I was beginning to suspect that he was surgically attached to that hose. Hi there, Lopez. How's tricks?
Senor Stobart, how pleasant to
Oh,
see
you've changed your tune.
You are well.
Fine, thanks. Is the Countess in?
She is waiting for you. I will show you up.
It's okay, I know the way.
Senor Stobart, I feel I owe you an apology.
No, you don't.
I was impolite on our first
I was
meeting.
trying to break into your house.
Look, Lopez, just forget about it. I came on like a snake oil merchant. I wouldn't have trusted me in your shoes.
You do not understand. Finding the chalice has given my lady a new lease of life. It's a marvel. She smiles, she laughs. The tradesmen are saying that she is on Prozac.
Fantastic. Can I go in here? Just check out the place?
It was just a little utility room with no exit, unless you counted the window, and I didn't.
Hey. Sometimes windows have to be an exit.
Senor Stobart, oh, what a pleasure. Please, sit down.
Hi, Countess. The pleasure's all mine. I've brought back your chalice.
Why? You've had it cleaned.
Yeah, I met an obliging priest with a soft cloth.
Have you resolved the Templar mystery?
No, not yet. I don't even know what it is I'm after.
There are many stories of the night secreting great wealth away.
Whatever. All I know is I don't want the bad guys to get it.
Ah, to be young and live in a world of moral absolutes.
There's something else that I discovered carved on Don Carlos's tomb. Biblical references.
What are the references, Senor Stobart?
Psalms 32:7, Corinthians.
I am not a good enough scholar to know the Bible chapter and verse. I meant, what are the quotations?
You know, I forgot to ask the priest.
Whoops.
I discovered something amazing with that chalice. In Paris, I found a church where they recognized the coat of arms. I found the tomb of Don Carlos de Vasconcelos.
You are sure? There can be no mistake?
The coat of arms on the chalice matches the one on the tomb.
Incredible. You have my most profound thanks. I must go there as soon as possible.
Yeah? Well, I'd be happy to show you the city.
Don't let Nico hear you talking like that.
I'll have a look around if that's okay.
My home is your home. I shall remain here.
Didn't she have a Bible I had to move to uncover that chest set? Maybe I can go and get it. I'll walk right through this the spray from the hose. Yep, let me just get that Bible real quick. Need anything else in here? I don't really know why I did that, but maybe it was for a reason. I don't know. Wait a minute. I think I could pick something up down there. Hold on, before I forget. Let's go see what that was. What the heck was that?
The mirror from Lopez's utility room.
Oh,
Yep, I was still looking great.
mirror. Thought it was like a note or something. Okay. That was just like crackerjack timing that my cursor was just in that area as I was walking up the stairs. Otherwise, I would not have looked at that.
Hello again. Mind if I sit?
Please, be my guest.
Here's the Bible from the mausoleum.
Very well. Let us begin. The first reference.
Psalms 32:7.
Thou art my hiding place. Thou shalt preserve me from trouble. Thou shalt compass me about with songs of deliverance. My hiding place.
Don't get your hopes up too high. This might just be leading us to where we found the chalice.
You are right, of course. The next.
Okay, John 4:11.
John 4:11. Here. The well is deep. The next. Quickly.
Okay. Corinthians 4:5.
Here it is. Will bring to light the hidden things. Any more?
Just one. Psalms again. 22:21.
Save me from the lion's mouth, for thou hast heard me from the horns of the unicorns. The last is confusing. Lions, unicorns, what's it mean?
I can't guess.
Salient points seem to be a hiding place and a deep well. In no sense is the mausoleum a well, Senor Stobart.
Is there a well in the grounds?
I do not know. I suppose that there must have been once upon a time. Lopez is the man to ask about anything pertaining to the estate.
Okay. Well, then that's what I'll do.
I'll just have another look around.
Very well.
Hi, Lopez. Got a minute?
Certainly, senor. How can I help you?
What's the story behind the chalice vanishing?
When the Inquisition raided, in the absence of Don Carlos, it was believed that they had taken it. Naturally, they denied the charge, as they denied taking the children. And naturally, nobody believed them.
But they were telling the truth. The chalice was hidden from them. You don't suppose they were telling the truth about the children as well, do you?
Madre de Dios! I had not thought of that. But then what happened to them?
I don't know. If the Inquisition didn't take them, then who did?
You must speak to my lady of these.
Count on it. So the Countess feels that the curse is lifted.
I would not put it so strongly. Your discovery of the chalice was proof that the Templars never abandoned the de Vasconcelos. It counts for a great deal with my lady.
You must know just about everything that there is to know about this place.
See, I have lived my whole life here in the service of the de Vasconcelos.
Do you know of a well anywhere around here?
A well? Si, senor. This used to be a fortified villa. How can you last a siege without water?
Great! So where is it?
How should I know? The well was covered over in the last century. It was dangerous, you see.
And you have no idea where it was?
None. It was hidden even before my grandfather's time.
Well, you must have a vague idea of where the well is.
It must have been in the old house's courtyard, so that would put it around here.
Here? Okay. Now, how do we find it?
There might be a way. Let me think about it.
Any ideas yet?
Not as yet, Senor Stobart. I shall give it more thought.
Any ideas yet?
Not as yet.
All right.
Catch you later, Lopez.
Adios, Senor Stobart.
I don't know. Maybe there's more to do in the mausoleum. I was able to close that window. Maybe there's like more clues or something. Maybe the well is under the mausoleum. What?
Hanging from the ceiling was a huge
I think it was just a
yellowed
magnifying
candle.
glass before.
It looked really old and had never been lit. I couldn't reach up there.
I have a feeling because he's like, it's never been lit. Like, I should light it, right? But how do I get... Can I set this on fire?
It was the soggy tissue I'd found in the sewers.
Is it too soggy? For real? Oh wait, no. Whoops, that was not my intent. Let's try this again. Ah. Wait, what? Oh, I probably was... The cogs probably weren't for the candle. They're probably for that. Okay. There we go. There we go. Hey! Let's light this candle. Nice. Okay, now what? Ooh, a cinematic. Just chilling here while this entire candle burns down? How long am I? Oh. I literally just stood there.
The candle had burnt brilliantly.
Oh.
But only for a couple of minutes.
Okay.
Some kind of special formulation, I guess. And had yielded up this. A complex shape expertly cut in stone. I figured it was some kind of key.
Okay. Wow.
It was a smooth, intricately carved piece of stone that had been concealed inside the great candle.
Now this is all
The
charred.
tissue was pretty charred, but the grease paint had done most of the burning.
All right. Getting stuff done. Let's see. By my accounts, we've been doing this for a little over an hour. I really hope I can finish it. 5 is such a great number. 5 videos. Might end up running a little longer than the other ones did, but I'm determined. I want to finish this.
Hi, Lopez. Got a minute?
Certainly, senor. How can I help you?
Any ideas yet?
We are looking for a source of water, see?
Yes.
For generations, the Spanish country folk have had a secret way of locating water, even if it is meters beneath the ground.
Ah, you're not talking about water dousing, are you?
Eh?
You know, you get a stick and walk around until the stick twitches and dig there.
And Coraline.
Oh, you've heard of it.
Yeah, I think most of the planet has.
Eh.
Okay, let's get a stick.
Uno momento. It must be a special stick. A Y of hazel.
Right. Do you have any hazel trees?
See? Here. That is hazel.
Do you know what this is?
No, senor. Is it some kind of key?
Yeah, I think it probably is.
Where did you get it?
It was hidden inside the big candle in the mausoleum.
And you burnt it? I wondered what the light was I saw through the window. My lady will be furious. The candle was centuries old.
Ah,
Ah.
this tissue is charred.
You won't get any argument from me on that, Senor Stobart.
I borrowed your mirror. I hope you don't mind.
No, senor. If you think it will be of help.
Catch you later, Lopez.
Adios, Senor Stobart.
Alright, well, he was like, this is Hazel. And like, it kind of seemed like he gave me something, but he didn't.
So that was what a hazel tree looks like.
Okay.
I went over to find a suitable stick. I don't believe it. There wasn't a single usable Y-shaped branch on the whole damn thing.
Of course not. Any other hazel trees?
It looked a lot like a hazel tree.
Well, let's go check that one out then.
I went over to find a suitable stick. Aha!
Hopefully it's not poison oak.
It was a thin, supple twig of hazel.
Okay, so like, how do I use it? Do I just talk to Lopez again? Like, check it out, man. Found one.
Hi, Lopez. Got a minute?
Certainly, senor. How can I help you?
Well, I got my divining rod. Now what?
Simplicity itself, senor. Hold the wand at the upper ends of the Y. Apply a little tension with your wrists so that the slightest movement of the wand's tip is clear, and walk slowly and steadily over the area.
Sounds easy enough. We'll find this well in no time.
Is he playing lawn darts while I'm right there? Isn't that why lawn darts aren't a thing anymore? Hit me
Senor
in the head.
Stobart, you've found something.
This is it. This is where we find the secret
Oh
of the Templars.
God.
Hidden here for hundreds of years. Lost from the sight of man until now. The mystery is revealed.
It's a tin can.
I've been walking up and down with a twig in my hands, looking for a tin can.
It had water in it. That's what the dowsing stick must have detected.
I'd have to check with an archaeologist, but I don't think the Templars left that.
In truth, Senor Stobart, the loan was laid many, many years ago. This can could date back to the Napoleonic Wars.
Get rid of it and I'll try it again. Lopez threw the can away. It seemed to fall an awfully long way.
Did he throw it into the well?
The splash at the end confirmed what we both suspected. Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle.
It has been here all the time. All those years and nobody found it.
Stood in awe for a moment, marveling at the secrets all around us.
Oh, we see her like tiny little pixelated
I
dots.
could have fallen down that.
Okay, here we go. Oh my gosh. You guys. Things are gonna start happening to me now.
The well had been lost for decades at least. The air was cool after the noon sun, but that's not what gave me goosebumps. I have a really, really bad feeling about this.
So do I, so I'm gonna save. Definitely gonna save. Okay.
Sometime in antiquity, there'd been a rock slide. Big ones. I wished I'd had a hard hat. I'd need tools to move all that stuff. Heavy equipment that just wasn't available. A great stone lion's head with a gaping maw full of fangs. As far as I knew, nobody had cast eyes upon it for centuries as it stood, waiting in the cool shadows. The words of the psalm kept running through my head. Save me from the lion's mouth. From a distance, the lion's head had been impressive. Close up, it was frightening. Hey, one of the fangs is a separate piece. I could hear the sound of a lot of stone moving, and I knew I was in danger.
Oh.
Senior Stobart! Senior Stobart! Are you all right? Senior Stobart!
I am so glad we saved. He was like, I am in danger. Save your game. Say no more, George.
From a distance, the lion's head had been impressive. Close up, it was frightening. Hey, one of the fangs is a separate piece. I could hear the sound of a lot of stone moving, and I knew I was in danger.
Get out of here.
Oh, very funny, you psychos.
Senior Stobart! Senior Stobart! Are you all right?
It's okay, Lopez, I'm fine.
Que susto me has dado! You gave me a scare!
Nice try, Templars.
Just for S's and G's, I'm gonna save again. I have a feeling that this is getting closer and closer to the end, and things are gonna get more and more ridiculous.
I wished that I had Leary's flashlight now. It just felt like a pitted stone wall. I'd almost been killed for the sake of a red herring.
Eh?
In the deep shadows, it was hard to make anything out. In the deep Thinking back to how long it had taken the can to fall to the bottom, I stayed as far from the edge as I could.
Wait, there's like... some light coming down. Can I refract it? Hey! Yes, I can.
There, in the middle of the door, I could see some kind of socket. It looked like this wasn't quite the dead end it seemed.
Well, of course it's not. Just gotta use your noodle, George.
Open sesame! Another secret door.
Oh. Hey, it's the chess piece. Oh, okay.
Before I left, though, there was one last thing to do. You won't be needing that replacement piece anymore, Countess. I found it with the children. You'll probably want to be alone for a while. I'll be out in the garden with Lopez.
I'll be out in the garden with Lopez. Back in Nico's apartment. I full-on left the country. Oh,
George,
what's he doing?
welcome back.
Come in, George. It's good to see you again.
Is it?
Sure. What did you find in Spain?
Without Andre, we wouldn't have got this far, George.
Yeah, I know. The clues led to an underground chamber at the bottom of a well. The Templars had left a tapestry showing a chessboard. The white pieces were vastly outnumbered. There was a stream running across the board, and a Templar knight on a horse.
Does it mean anything to you, Andre?
No, nothing.
Maybe we should tell Andre what else you found, George.
There's a map and a Latin inscription to the west at the edge of the world.
George found that in a cave in Syria.
Yeah, where the assassin almost killed me.
Then we've got the burning of Jacques de Molay and the date, 1314.
From the window of the church in Montfaucon Square, one of the few places where nobody tried to kill me.
Then we have the image of a church
They
that
just weren't there
George
long
found
enough.
at the excavation. I don't recall anyone trying to kill you there either, George.
And finally we have the tapestry in Spain. Did I mention I almost got killed there?
Not yet, but I'm sure you're about to.
It was only my cat-like reflexes that saved me from certain death.
Cat-like reflexes, eh?
And while I was risking life and limb, where were you, Andre? Getting your glasses fogged up over an Etruscan vase?
That's enough, boys. Can we get back to saving the world?
Of course. My apologies.
He started it.
Well, the Latin phrase are the words of Julius Caesar. He was describing the island of Britain.
Are you sure? The map didn't look much like Britain.
How come Caesar described Britain as being at the edge of the world?
To the Romans, the Mediterranean was the center of the universe. Britain was a remote, unfriendly place, inhabited by blue-painted savages.
It hasn't changed much,
They've stopped painting themselves blue.
except when they go to a football match.
They used an extract from a plant called woad, Isetis tinctoria. The Scots were using it until fairly recently in the wars with the English.
Fairly recently? I don't recall the Scots being at war with the English. How recently are you talking about?
I believe William Wallace's men used it in the 13th century. They might well have been using it as late as...
You can't remember, can you?
1314.
Ah, we're back onto that, are we?
Andre, what is it? What do you mean?
1314 in Scotland. The Battle of Bannockburn.
That would explain the stream on the chessboard. That's what a burn is. Right, Andre? As in Bannockburn?
Right, George. And it gets better. Tradition has it that the Scots were helped by a shock force of, well, can't you guess?
Knights Templar?
Yes, a group of outlawed Templars. They are said to have turned the tide for the Scots.
And it all ends at a church in the Isle of Britain at Bannockburn in a church.
What are we waiting for? I'll call a cab.
We? Are we all going for once? What?
I
Ooh,
can't
the
go.
animation on her face got weird.
Andre, you've been loads of help, but
What George is trying to say is that you shouldn't feel guilty.
I was.
We understand you've got commitments. Oh, listen, we have to hurry. Let's go, George.
We'll see it through. Oh, and, don't worry about us.
Okay. Let's go.
Oh, it must be dawn.
Oh, I guess so. And we must be nearly there. Somewhere, out there in the dark, is Scotland. We've come a long way together to get here.
Yeah. Let's hope it was worth it.
There's something I've been meaning to say to you, Nico.
Is this the right time and place, George?
There might not be another time. I don't want to waste this chance.
You don't need to say anything. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else but here, with you. Now.
Well,
You're exhausted. Why don't you get some sleep?
Sleep? At a time like this?
Excited, huh?
Would you like something to help you sleep, dearie? I've got some tablets in my bag.
Oh, no. Thank you.
Thanks all the same, ma'am. I've still got the clown's nose.
is that all I
So I
have?
see. You should throw it away, George.
Pardon me?
Yes, my dear.
Do you know what time we're due in Stirling?
6:15, but we're running 8 minutes late.
What's the book you're reading?
Oh, it's something I picked up at the station. A medieval detective story. Quite well written for that kind of thing. It's been out of print for years.
What's the title of the book?
The Crooked Crusader Caper
Pegram.
by Molly Pegram. I assumed the author was a woman, but apparently not. His real name is...
Professor Nigel Pegram.
That's right. Do you know him?
No, I never met him.
George is a great fan of his, though.
Do you know Stirling well?
Yes, I do. Is that where you two lovebirds abound?
Yeah,
It's one of the places we thought we'd stay on our holiday.
Be sure to visit the castle, won't you?
Oh, I'm sure it's a neat place. But we are not really interested in history, are we, George?
no.
I suppose espresso bars and boogie-woogie are more your cup of tea.
That's right. There's nothing George enjoys more than a good boogie.
Is there a church called St. Ninian's at Stirling?
Yes, there is. And I know why you're going there.
You do?
Of course I do. It's obvious you're in love. You're eloping, and they say romance is dead.
Alright, let's try and just walk around, I guess.
Where are you going, George?
Do I need to spell it out?
Don't snap at me. If you're going to take a leak, why don't you say so?
Okay, I'm going to take a leak.
Goodness.
L-E-A-K.
Tickets, please.
Oh, hi.
That's a standard full-price peak return. Don't you have a senior citizen's rail card?
I rarely travel by train. My ticket is perfectly valid, is it not?
Well, yeah, but you could have saved up to a third of the cost.
I do not need to indulge in puffling thriftiness.
Blimey, you're a funny old bird and no mistake. Tickets, please, sir.
Here.
Off to Stirling, eh?
Yes, we are.
Well, I hope you won't be disappointed. It's a miserable place this time of year. Still, there's plenty of pubs and a lovely view from the castle.
Thank you.
I don't want to worry you, but
I was
there was
thinking
something
that too. Is he
familiar
one of
about
the
that guy.
Are you sure?
meeting guys?
You're tired. Perhaps you're mistaken.
Maybe. But I didn't like the look in his eyes when he spoke to you.
Oh, now can I go pee?
Can't you sit still, George?
I never went to the bathroom.
I need to go to the John.
While you're there, check out the buffet car, George. Unthinkable though it is, I am hungry enough to eat English food.
Okay.
Is that like vomit?
Hi. Having a party?
No, this is breakfast. Come on, join us, man. Away, Basha, wake up, man. Where's company?
His breath was like the outlet from a chemical factory.
Excuse my mate, he's taking a nap. Sleeping like a bobby. I'll wake him up when we get to Newcastle.
We passed through Newcastle half an hour ago.
And I never noticed.
What is that stuff you're drinking? It smells like gasoline.
Right, I'll put hairs in your chest, like.
And your eyeballs, too, by the looks of you.
Oh, excuse me.
See you later. I didn't want to wake him. To be frank, without a cold water hose, I didn't think I could wake him.
Alright.
You haven't opened that window, pal.
Why not?
It's freezing out there.
The windows seemed to have been sprayed with tiny flecks of froth.
Nothing?
It was the door to a sleeping compartment. The door was locked. It was the door to a sleeping compartment. The door was locked. Oh, no. That gangster creep from the hotel, Guido. Well, he didn't scare me. Hey, Buster. This is a no-smoking car.
Oh, I didn't say.
It got worse. I suddenly realized who the conductor had reminded me of. Eklund, Marquis Merlin.
I'm just gonna go, and I'm gonna see if we can. Gonna save. Where's Nico and that lady? Weren't they in there?
I should have known better than to leave Nico and the old lady alone. Suddenly, the sword of Baphomet took second place to finding the girl I loved.
Aww. How sweet. Okay, let's go find her.
I had a feeling that was where Nico might have been taken. Where else could she be?
Well, then that's where we'll go.
The door was locked.
Door's locked. Okay. Did you guys see anything? Probably not.
Hey, buddy. Did you see what happened to the young woman in the next compartment?
No, Paul, I didn't. Have you lost her, like?
She's disappeared. The old lady, too. I think they're in trouble.
Oh, wait, man, an old lady, too.
Yeah. You gotta help me.
Maybe they went to the toilet, like.
I don't think so.
They never go on their own. Always in pairs, you know.
No, she's been abducted, I'm sure. I've got to go look for her.
What's stopping you, pal?
The conductor. He's not what he seems.
You want to avoid him, like?
That's about it, yeah.
No problem.
Oh, okay. Are you gonna be my next ride or die? Like, what was her name?
Listen,
Oh, that
I
British
need
lady.
your help.
What's the matter?
There's a guy on this train who's trying to kill me.
Relax, man. You wouldn't try nothing with us in Basharia. We are veterans, like. So action at Brightlingsea.
I don't recall the British Army being involved in a conflict at anywhere called Brightlingsea.
Well, you just take it from me, pal. You're in safe hands.
See you later.
Okay. Oh.
Give it to it, pal. Don't jump.
I don't intend to jump. I'm going to climb on
Oh.
top of the train.
You're kidding, aren't you?
Just watch me.
Okay. Let's see what we can do here.
Hold on there, pal. I'll give you a hand, like.
Oh yeah, that's who I want helping me climb onto the top of a moving train. Oh my god. Okay, so he thought that they went this way, but the door was locked, so let me go this way, I guess? Oh. Oh! What? Is that Khan?
Let's talk this over like reasonable people, Eklund. I can explain everything.
How many times am I gonna die? This game. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, okay. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Get the axe?
Hold on there,
Surely
pal.
he
I'll
would
give you a
shoot me.
hand, like.
I don't think it's the axe, because, like, if he sees me running toward a weapon, he's just gonna shoot me. Alright, so I don't talk to him. I don't get a weapon. I need to I need to search the room more during this. Was that a...
I'd always wanted to stop the train, and now was my chance. You saved our lives, but why?
We were always on the same side, Stobart. Different causes, but a common enemy.
The Knights Templar?
Don't call them that. The real Templars were a noble foe. These barbarians have no right to that name. These men are no better than dogs.
What are the Neo-Templars after? What is the Sword of Baphomet?
Not what you think, my friend. It is a weapon, yes, but one which our enemies will find difficult to wield. A double-edged sword. A power older than Demolay, older than Solomon.
We'll stop them. You and me together. And Nico.
No, George.
Yeah.
My journey ends soon at the Garden of Paradise.
You're talking in riddles. Can't you tell me straight what they're after?
The sword symbolizes a colossal energy caused by the alignment of the Earth's natural power fields.
Which are focused at St. Ninian's.
The energy endowed the Templars with the power which made them great. A power which made them charismatic to such an extent they could control the will of all around them.
How did you escape from the Bull's Head?
It is a long walk from the cliff of the Bull to the village, Stobart. Fortunately, I know the ways of the wilderness. Also, I have a sister who keeps a garage just around the corner.
You want me to be a clown for you before you die?
Maybe not.
Even George is like, that's in poor taste.
May Allah guide you to our enemies.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Last thing.
What?
Go.
What is it? He's dead.
Good lord.
Nico looked good, even in robes.
I was asking for you to ask her if she's okay.
Nico looked good, even in robes. The
Okay.
head of the axe glinted invitingly. I could hack Eklund into tiny pieces and feed him to the wolves.
Sounds great. Let's pick it up. Let's do it.
Don't even think about it, Josh.
Why not?
What? Who?
Look me straight in the eye and tell me you weren't thinking of using that axe on Eklund.
Don't be foolish, woman. I was gonna use it on you.
Don't even...
What? Who?
Look me...
Don't be...
Alright,
I was gonna use...
alright.
The rear exit was barred and padlocked. The rear exit was barred and padlocked. It was a fire extinguisher. I couldn't think of a single way the extinguisher would be of use in the absence of a fire.
Hello?
Underneath that heap of tumbled crates was Eklund. I wasn't about to help him out. Underneath that heap of tumbled... Underneath that heap...
I mean, I want to help Nico, but... she doesn't seem like I can talk to
Where
her.
do you think you're going?
Don't worry, I hadn't forgotten about you.
Answer me this instant, Josh Stobart.
I will, when I'm ready.
Oh, Lord.
That's not fair, Josh.
No.
You took advantage while my hands were tied.
What did I just do?
Eklund pointed that gun at me. I thought
Did
I
I
was
just
gonna die.
kiss her
I
while
thought of
she
all
was
the things
tied
I'd never
up?
get to do. And kissing you was at the top of my list.
That's not okay, George.
Josh,
Uh-huh.
Josh, we've got to get off the train. Eklund could recover at any time.
So what are we waiting for?
Alright, let's leave. Good lord. This poor woman's been through enough. I'm just like speed walking, leaving her in the dust.
I'd feel happier if we had a gun or something.
Khan gave me something.
Oh.
What?
His handbag.
Oh, great. If we run into any killers, we can give them a good buffeting. Didn't he have any weapons?
You don't know the half of it. This bag's full of C4.
What?
Wow. Why didn't you say so? Boy, we'll show them now. What's C4?
Plastic, George.
We're going to shop our way to victory?
2 kilos of plastic explosive. The detonator's broken now.
No problem. We'll buy a box of matches somewhere.
It doesn't work that way. It takes a small explosion to start the big explosion.
Well, that's not much use then. What does that sign say?
Apparently, during the English Civil War in the mid-17th century, this place was used as an arms dump.
Yeah? What happened?
Look at the state of this place, George. You work it out.
Oh, stray spark?
You got it. The tower was the only thing to survive the blast.
I hope the explosion didn't destroy the Sword of Baphomet.
This is literally all for
I
nothing.
rather hope it did.
A large arch led into the tower. It was just about recognizable as the church I'd seen reflected in the chalice. Templars, Roundheads, and Cavaliers. This place has seen a lot of history.
Okay. Let's go inside.
It was a heap of stones and stuff which had tumbled down from the rafters. I scrabbled around in the rubble and found an old clay pipe with a broken stem.
Right on.
The pipe could have been anything from 50 to several hundred years old. The wheel had a serrated edge which meshed with the turning cog. Marks on the spindle behind the wheel suggested it once had a rope attached to it. The wheel turned reluctantly with a creak of complaint. There was no obvious way of removing the wheel from its housing.
If it's not obvious, maybe it's this. No.
The stone face of the demon grinned with a horribly lifelike expression. It was so realistic, I could imagine the sculptor carving it from a live model. Examining the demon more closely, I realized something about its face. It was a clever illusion. No matter where I stood, the eyes weren't looking at me. There was a simple reason. The demon didn't have any eyes.
Okay.
Nico?
Uh-huh.
What are you doing?
Committing this inscription to memory.
Can you read it?
No.
No. Nico, I found an old clay pipe.
George, I don't care.
Okay.
What's the point of studying the inscription if you can't read it?
Because it could be important. A clue to whatever we're looking for, who knows?
Let's
I
look at my
might
clay
find
pipe.
someone in Stalin to translate it.
We don't have time to go looking for a linguist.
No? At least I am doing something positive.
What language is that inscription written in?
You're the languages student, you tell me.
It looks like ancient Norse. Maybe.
Perhaps it's in code.
I don't think so.
Norse code.
The handle turned easily, and the larger wheel began to revolve.
Oh.
Damn! Then the handle came off in my hand. The wheel had a serrated edge which meshed with the turning cog. Marks on the spindle behind the wheel suggested it once had a rope attached to it. It was a heap of stones and stuff which had tumbled down from the rafters. Under one of the stones, I found a metal coin which was green with age.
Okay.
It was an old coin. It was the handle from the church tower's winding mechanism. It had cog teeth mounted near its base.
So why is the only thing that I have left the clown nose? Am I going to use that again? That's insanity.
Above the carved cross was an indecipherable inscription. For all I knew, it could have been scribed in Gaelic. I tried pushing the panel, but wasn't surprised when it failed to move. Nico?
Uh-huh.
Check out this coin.
Look! I found an old coin! You think it's worth anything?
George, focus on the situation at hand, please.
Okay.
Maybe not.
Okay.
With the clay pipe in his mouth, he looked happy, homely, like somebody's granddaddy.
Granddaddy.
What do you think you're doing, Josh?
I wondered if there was a secret mechanism in the demon's mouth.
Maybe you should show a little more respect.
For a mythical medieval demon? Give me a break.
Okay, go right ahead. Meddle with forces you don't understand. Incur the demon's wrath and burn in hell. Just see if I care.
Okay.
The pipe helped a lot. He looked almost human. But I felt there was something lacking.
Now, should I use this? Oh no, I'm only switching it out. Put the pipe back in there.
With the clay pipe in his mouth, he looked...
What?
I
You're
want
yelling again?
for a minute.
Okay,
We
incur
already
the...
had this conversation.
Just see if I...
It was caked with soil, but
Oh.
what I'd found was a small cog and spindle. The cog was one of those objects I wished I hadn't carried in my pocket.
What does that mean?
The cog
Oh.
slipped neatly into the eye socket.
No, can I put it in the other eye? No. Okay, well.
The cog turned freely, but nothing happened.
Stop For real.
Sometimes the most childish gestures can
It's
have a
just for fun.
cathartic effect. The transformation of the demon to a clown did just that for me.
Is it the rule of the three? Is there a third thing in this pile of rubble?
With mounting excitement, I felt something between my fingers. It was short, hard, and black. Something I hadn't expected to find here. It was a plastic pen top.
Okay. Weird.
It was a black plastic pen top.
I'm just gonna shove a bunch of stuff in this guy's face.
I pushed the pen top into the mouth, and it disappeared somewhere inside the statue. It had probably gone straight to Biro Hell.
Well, hopefully that was a good thing. Can't get it back. No?
The cog turned freely, but nothing happened. The cog turned freely, but nothing happened.
I mean, there's like another eyeball. I put that in there instead of in his mouth? No?
The cog turned freely, but nothing happened. The With the clay pipe in his...
What do you think you're doing, Josh?
I wondered if there was a secret mechanism
Maybe you should show a little more respect.
for a mythical medieval...
Okay. Incur the... Just see if I care.
The cog... The... I didn't find anything.
How in the hell?
Without the handle, the small cog and spindle were seemingly useless. The wheel turned reluctantly with a creak of complaint. There was no obvious way of removing the wheel from its housing. The cog turned freely, but nothing happened. The cog... Nico?
Uh-huh.
I tried pushing the panel, but wasn't surprised when it failed to move. I tried pushing the panel. A large arch led into the tower.
See, like, I'm confused because did I do this wrong? But I can't take those off.
The cog turned freely, but nothing happened. The cog turned freely, but nothing happened.
Is it because I put the pen cap in there? Did I, like, back myself into a corner? I wonder. I hope not. When's the last time I saved? I don't know.
I tried pushing the panel, but wasn't surprised when it failed to move.
Alright. I feel like maybe I messed it up. Because there's not really anything else that I can do in here. I can't take these things off of the statue. Did I mess
The
it up when I
cog
put the
turned
pen in
freely,
there?
but nothing happened.
I don't know. I just don't know. There's another eyeball. Like, can I put it in the eyeball, please?
The cog...
Alright, you guys, I'm just gonna listen to my gut and restore this, and I hope I saved after that whole fight on the train. Please, 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 please. Oh well. Oh well, I know what to do. Let's just do it quick. I'll skip through dialogue.
Hold on there, pal. I'll give you a hand, like.
Alright, let's get this over with. Oh yeah, I have to do something.
Always wanted to stop the train. And now was my chance. You saved our...
We were different.
The night...
Forgive me as I...
What are the... What...
Click.
Not it is
We'll stop. And Nico,
not
you're talking...
so caused
Which are...
being a big.
How did you escape?
It is a purpose. Me ala to heart.
Thanks. What? He's dead.
Okay, bye.
Where do
Don't worry.
enter me?
I will.
That's not fair, George.
No.
You took it.
Next one. I thought of...
George.
Uh-huh.
George, Beckler.
So what do we... I'd feel happier.
Can't get
What?
his handbag.
Oh, great. Didn't he have any weapons?
You don't know that?
Wow. What? Boy, we'll show him now. What's C4?
Plastic, George.
We're going to shop our way to
2 kilos of...
No problem. We'll buy a box of matches somewhere.
It doesn't work that way.
Well, that's not... What is that?
This?
Yeah?
Look at the state of it.
Oh.
You got it.
I hope...
Do you?
A large...
Okay. Now I go in there. Let's save again. I might not have even had to do that in the first place, but I just feel like I messed something up. This time I'm not gonna put the pen cap in there. I'm not gonna put the clown nose on there.
I scrabbled around in the... Under one of... It was cake... With mount... It was short. It was...
Is there anything else in there?
I didn't find any... The wheel turned reluctantly with a creak of complaint. There was no obvious way of removing the wheel from its housing. The handle turned easily, and the larger wheel began to revolve. Damn! Then the handle came off in my hand. The cog was one of those objects I wished I hadn't carried in my pocket.
I don't get it.
The cog slipped neatly into the eye socket.
Still no.
With one of his eyes in place, the demon looked even more disturbing than before. The wheel turned reluctantly with a creak
I mean,
of
okay,
complaint.
so I might
There was
have
no
restarted
obvious
for
way of
no
removing the
reason,
wheel from its
because
housing.
obviously the cog is moving. I need another cog for it to catch on. Is there... I'm just wasn't clicking in the right spot.
Now that the handle was gone, it was easy to remove the cog and spindle.
You know, physics. Oh well.
With a rasp of metal on stone,
It's not all gonna
I
be neat and
eased the
tidy.
second eye into place.
Sometimes I'm gonna get confused, okay? I have aging mom brain. Leave me alone.
I pushed the handle into the demon's mouth. The cogs all meshed. I began to turn.
Alright. Now I know. Oh well. Let's go then. I probably should have saved again. I saved pretty
As soon
easily,
as I
it's fine.
saw the flickering torches, I realized the bogus Templars had beaten us to the sword. But where were they now? And why was it so quiet?
Okay, I'm gonna save it. Okay.
The torch burned with a sickly dim glow and a stench like fire and brimstone.
No, George!
What?
Leave the torch right where it is. In case you haven't noticed, the crypt is full of gunpowder.
So what? Don't you trust me?
It's not a question of trust.
No? You think I'm a jerk, don't you?
Don't be silly, George. And keep your voice down. I thought I heard something. Like chanting.
This George is like the most fragile ego ever. It's like, relax, dude.
The powder spilling from the barrels reminded me of pirate stories I'd loved when I was a kid. It was gunpowder. It was
Can I have some?
definitely gunpowder.
Oh.
But it had solidified over the centuries it had lain here undisturbed.
Alright, there's nothing else in this room. Let's go. Find that chanting.
Listen, I can definitely hear chanting.
You're right. I hear it too. What do you suppose they're doing?
It wouldn't surprise me if they were holding some kind of satanic sex ritual.
So, what are we waiting for?
Let's go.
Will you look at that? Baphomet. Labino was right. This place was ancient even to the Templars.
This whole place? This is Baphomet?
Finally, the truth. The Templars had never worshipped this graven image, no more than they'd worship a rainbow. But, like a rainbow, they regarded it as a symbol of a covenant with God, who'd revealed this place to them.
Oh, yeah, I'm not very good at hiding, am I?
Why,
I
the double
knew
being
it!
treacherous.
I knew it! I knew he was involved.
On the contrary, Inspector Rosso has been the model of obedience, an important quality in a true
I said it in the
Templar.
first video, didn't
Now be quiet and watch
yeah, you're psychic.
if you wish to live much longer.
I knew it.
Brothers and sisters, we are gathered here to witness the reforging of the sword that was broken. Here before God's sentinel, Baphomet. Grand Master and Knight of Baphomet, we salute and pledge our obedience to you.
I salute you, gatekeeper of the temple. Seven centuries ago, our greatest weapon, the sword of Baphomet, was lost to us. Now we prepare to reforge it, to wield against new enemies. As the tired millennium dies, and this world looks for new leaders, we shall not fail. We shall lead the people to a new order, wherein all borders will dissolve. All will be united under the red cross of the Templars.
Oh, okay. Drawn out, man. The dude with the gun's just like, sure, stand up.
George, we have watched your efforts to stop us with respect. But surely you realize that you have been misled by our enemies. Both of us want a better world. Fortunately, no harm has been done. We need determined, resourceful men like you. Join us, George. Join us in true brotherhood.
And I'm here too, Nico. Hi.
Yeah. True? Wait. Brothers? What about Marquet? What about Pegram and Klausner? You didn't look on them as brothers, only as failures. 3 men dead, and you don't give a damn.
George, you
About
know
Plantard?
that sacrifices are necessary. Every great undertaking.
Join you. I'll see you in hell first.
Ah, George, I had great hopes for you. C'est la guerre. Eklund.
I put my hand
Kill
back on that
him.
mouse. Ooh! 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 Ah! What?
I swear, I just wanted things to be right.
Take them. Kill them. They will not escape.
Whew, alright, good lord. Let's get the hell out of here. Oh, man.
Well, well. If it isn't the great detective and his beautiful assistant, it's going to be a pleasure killing the pair of you.
George, what are we going to do?
There's only one thing we can interact with in this room, so we're gonna throw this at you.
Come on,
Aren't
Nico.
we gonna
We're
blow up
leaving.
too?
You fools! You cannot escape us. Guido! Stop them.
But master, the powder!
That powder is from the English Civil War.
You fool.
It's over 300 years old.
I thought it was all over, but Nico had one last trick up her sleeve. Or in her handbag, to be exact.
Oh,
A handbag
yeah,
full
I
of
forgot about the
plastic
C4.
explosives.
Maybe, but this stuff is brand new.
Oh,
Oh. We're alive! After dying like, what, 4 or 5 times?
You know, you'll never be able to write your story now.
I don't care. I've got what I want.
Huh?
Just tell me one thing, George. Is our life together always going to be this crazy?
Alright, let's check the time. Okay, I think I was roughly the same amount of time as video number 4. I'm glad I didn't tough it out and keep playing in video number 4 because I knew I was getting close, but close in a game like this meant 2.5 hours. So. Alright, wow. Did it. I really enjoyed this game a lot. I really did. It was pretty tough in some spots. Childhood Alex would have probably rage quit a few times. And that's a good mark of a good puzzle game, man. This was fun. I had bought the trilogy, I think, on Steam when I bought this, thinking, hey, if I like it, then I'll have a couple more to play on the channel, and I liked it. So eventually I'll go through those again, or, you know, for the first time with you guys as well. But yeah, wow. If you were here with me for this entire saga, I surely appreciate it. Thank you so much. Make sure you give me a couple likes, give me a subscribe. I'm trying to get to 50 subs so that eventually when I play a game like this that I've never played before and I get stuck, I hop on live chat and be like, what the hell is happening? Come on here and help me out. I think that'll be fun. So, this was a blast. Can't wait. 94. Wow. Oh wait, that was Smacker Video Technology. 96, that's what I thought it was. 96. So I was 6 or 7 years, no, I was 5 or 6 years old when this game came out. Kinda glad I didn't play it back then. Very adult. It was ended on a cliffhanger, like a Marvel movie. George and Nico will return. Excellent. I'm stoked to play more. You know, final thoughts. George is a bit of a dingus. He's smart, but he's kind of a jerk sometimes. Nico's cool. But yeah, 5 or 6 probably would have been a little too much for me. You know, 10 to 12, I probably would have really enjoyed this. But again, I would have gotten really frustrated. So, I'm happy. I had a blast. Thank you again so much for hanging out with me, to experience this with me for the first time. And until next time, let's see what I'll play, huh? I'll take you back to the mansion either way. Have a good one.